Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Yeah, the Solana chart continues to be in this short-term uptrend. In the last video I gave you here the view that the third wave here that's unfolding ideally reaches sort of this range that was reached, and we see a reaction just above the 1.618 extension, so it couldn't escape this ideal extension level. So it might be that this third wave is now finished. And it is very much possible that we now get one more high here in wave 5. Be aware that micro counting is always a little bit questionable, especially when we're dealing with corrective patterns. Again, here in this move, we're looking at a B wave possibly, and this B wave can, without a problem, still extend a little higher. Bear in mind that we see this here as a 5-wave move to the upside possibly. One more high is basically missing to complete this. Depending on what happens today, I might change the count a little bit, just simply because this is literally the last wave up. After that, we can basically watch for a potential move to the downside in wave C. However, such a move up can always unfold in different patterns, especially if we're dealing here with a B wave. So literally, I don't see a clear trade setup right now. We had one here that worked. We had one here that worked. Okay. Received a few questions about when is the best time to get in. I can't answer that for you. I can really only share with you the areas where I expect the price to turn around. And we had a setup here. We had a setup here. And now it's getting a little bit difficult as we're heading into resistance. We've already seen a first reaction to resistance. Okay. So I explained to you that the ideal range for this B wave is between $65.30 or $64.30 and $76. So we've reached that finally now, and now it's all about, okay, can we push a little higher? We'll see. All I know at the moment is that we are reacting to the resistance. We reacted to the relevant support levels we identified. We now reacted to resistance, and it would take a break. It would take a break below the $59.60 level, which is the wave 2 low, to suggest that really a top has formed and that we are coming down in this C wave into this support area between basically $49.50 and $34.50, okay, for this larger degree wave 4. But in this video, we just want to focus on the microstructure. Talked about the bigger picture really sufficiently in previous videos. So I think a few things to mention here. First of all, we might want to try to establish a trend channel here to see if the price reacts to that channel. They're not super reliable, but it might be that we come down here in this wave 4, touch it, and then continue. It might be that this 5th wave is unfolding as an ending diagonal. Then we have to give this wave 4 a little bit more space. But the ideal support for this wave 4, and this is really literally just looking at the micro, is here. Well, we might want to give it a little bit more space in case it unfolds as a diagonal pattern, okay? If it unfolds as a diagonal, we want to give a wave 4 space all the way down to the 61.8 retracement. So as long as it's holding $61.70, we would be watching for a 5th wave. Below that level, I would assume that we have a 3-wave top. And I would start to assume that we might already come down in the C wave. And I would then, first of all, look for a retest at $59.50. And then possibly $58.70. Really looking at the microstructure here. But it would be preferred to get a really nice wave C of B in this resistance area for the price to make one more high, targeting possibly $66. Or 68. Yeah, this is not only the next Fibonacci range or the next Fibonacci levels. No, it's also the top of the price channel here, depending on when it reaches it, around about $68. So at the moment, the uptrend, local uptrend, is still ongoing, but we start to see some red candles. We start to see some rejections in the resistance area. But at the moment, it is too early to say that a top has formed. Remember, we see this entire structure as corrective. So the idea is that a 3rd wave finished here. We came down in an A wave, in a 3-wave move. We did say we have to expect a high B wave. That could still extend much higher, absolutely. There are many patterns, but we can really only analyze what we see. And at the moment, I think another high is certainly a reasonable expectation. So one more high to finish this move. But yeah, we're now really at a micro level where, you know, we maybe get to the end of this move. So we'll see. It's not confirmed yet that the top is in place, and until we haven't got confirmation that the top is in place, we have to expect higher prices in the short term still. But just be aware that this is just a B wave most likely, okay? So that would unfold as an A, B, C structure in this larger B wave, and at some point in this area, which however the structure can entirely use all the way up to $76, okay? So I often say don't focus so much on the wave count itself, focus more on the levels. And this B wave can extend all the way to 76. So some people then say, you said only one more high, but this is literally just the wave count. The wave count is just a roadmap. In corrections, you cannot really use it as prediction, okay? But it gives us the relevant levels. So we've got a key support level there at $61.70. And we know that a B wave can extend easily in the current scenario to $76. Only above that level, I would assume that this third wave is still extending. How can we distinguish a high third wave, an extension, and the high B wave? Well, you can only really distinguish it from looking at the structure. If it's a 3-wave move up, it will be a high B wave. If it's a 5-wave move up, it's an extension in the wave 3, which is still technically possible. And then that wave 4 would simply start a little later. Okay, that's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're interested, today at 5 p.m. UTC, we've got our next member live stream. You can join that as well if you are interested in the membership. Also as a member, as a silver member, you get access to Discord and Telegram, educational content, and the chat rooms. And also you get access to a lot of our TradingView live charts. And as a gold member, you get access to additional short-term market updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.